This is not a sponsored video. Set the scene. Alright, there I was. Doing my daily reads. See, I go on these 4 websites every day. Not sponsored. The Faux Bloggrapher, Petapixel, DIY Photography, No Film School. You know, in case you want to do some reading of your own and you want to be like me and read the same websites I read. This introduction joke is getting out of hand. When I was on Petapixel, I saw this. CineStill Monobath DF96 developer and fixer black and white single step solution 1000 milliliters. It's quite a name, admittedly, but here's the selling point. 3 minutes, develop negatives, all in one step, reusable. Fucking sign me up. Real talk, I was skeptical for sure when I first picked it up. I think the whole 3 minutes thing is just a hair misleading though. See, after each use and each subsequent reuse, you have to add 15 seconds onto that develop time. Of course, that's not really a big deal, and the convenience is still massive, but it adds up. Let's do some high-level math here. They estimate that this is good for 16 uses, right? Add 15 seconds per develop. Carry the 1, turn on the flux capacitor, preheat the oven to 450 degrees. That's an additional 4 minutes by the end. Wow, don't make me do math ever again, guys. Jesus. So at maximum, it's gonna be like 7 minutes. No big deal. And the convenience, need I remind you, is insane. They also give you the ability to push and pull your negatives based on temperature. And speaking of, the temperature situation is a little bit forgiving, with it 2 degrees in either direction still being okay to work. So let's shut up and talk about what really matters. Does it work? Yes. My first 2 tests failed hard, but let me explain, they were both my fault. One, I screwed up when I was loading the film in the first place. It's embarrassing, yes, but I'm secure with who I am and I wouldn't lie to you guys. So, I didn't actually shoot that roll. It was pretty stupid. The second one was color film. Now the package specifically says it only works with black and white, but I wanted to know what would happen. The R09 one-shot that I used in the other video I made about developing your negatives actually does process color negatives, just kind of converts them to black and white. So, sad to say, it doesn't work on color at all. I did it so you wouldn't have to. But rolls 3 and 4 worked like an absolute charm. I'm blown away by how simple this all was. Pop it in, agitate it up, and pull out a roll that's ready to be scanned. Just keep in mind, for the most basic application of this, you're going to be agitating for 3 minutes and another 15 seconds for each time you've used the developer. So if you're not jacked by the end of using a bottle of this, you will be. That's a lot of agitation. 7 minutes of agitation if we're being precise here, and that's on the 16th use, of course. But hey, if you ever masturbated before, you'll be fine. And the negatives look fucking pristine. I really can't complain at all. This is a wonderful developer, and I think it's really great for people who are starting out and may be a little bit intimidated by all the timings and temperatures and switching the chemicals and all that jazz. And it's also really good for people like me who just want a simpler, faster way to get things going. And at less than 20 bucks, this is a very viable solution for me. Get it? Solution? Chemistry? Get it? In all sincerity, I'm probably going to stick with this as my primary means of developing negatives for the time being. And once again, I need to remind you, I'm not being paid to say this or anything like that. I just really love the product and I'm happy to share it with my followers who are into film. So happy shooting out there, guys. Check it out, the link's in the description. Hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video. In all sincerity, I'm probably going to stick with this as my primary memes. I said memes. Just keep in mind for the most basic application of this, you're going to be, just keep in mind for the most basic app and talk about what really matters. Does it work? In my script here, I wrote do it work. Yeah, yeah. Yes. 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 They said that about the RO9 They said that about the RO9 one-shot I used in the stand developing tutorial as well. You know, but that works with used in the previous how to develop your negatives video. Fuck. This is a wonderful developer, and it's perfect for people starting out who don't want to. This is a wonderful